Content warning. UniverseZero is a fun exploration of self-discovery, childish games, and crass comments between a few friends and a pool of dice. Full content warning will be in the description below. Welcome to UniverseZero, an actual play podcast where I, James, will lead these adventurers into a manic and bizarro world, pulling inspiration from all my favorite childhood anime, manga, and comics, blending it into a fast-paced, high-energy world where anyone can push past their limits and become a hero of their own story. Let me introduce you to my players today. I'm going to send it over to Josh. Josh, who are you playing?
I'm Josh, and I play Dart, the Froggle mechanic martial artist. Level 0 nobody.
As it should be. One of those two things. And Jacob, who are you playing today?
Hey, I am playing Marvin, the Nolian Gray Alien, who's way too into weird shit like magic and tarot cards, and has a weird front pocket.
Yes. Very true. So I'm gonna do one our question this week for your characters in our UniverseZero facts is: the universe is big, even if you are just on Earth right now, but in your interstellar travels, what is the scariest being or creature you have run into? Not necessarily know of, but have personally run into.
So, Marvin, while he was traveling through the stars looking for a planet to rest on during his gap year, ran across the embodiment of thought, an egregore in space, and it was terrifying and interesting to him as he flew through it not paying attention and was bombarded by all the thoughts of the universe at once. It really messed with his brain a bit. Still thinks about it to this day.
Good thing that there was plenty of space for those thoughts to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or at least there's space now. Who knows how Marvin would have been if he wouldn't have ran into this egregore.
True. We will find out. What about Dart? From your travels of Bogan to here.
On my home planet of Bogan, before I knew I wanted to travel and seek new things, once I was a young adult, I was on a major fishing trip with a small group, and we encountered the beast of the deep sea, a leviathan, that was rushing towards our boat and created a big enough wave to push us back to shore. The glowing eyes of the leviathan still haunt my nightmares.
That could be fun and interesting thing later. I don't know if you meant this, but that's a nice callback to our little test play where a kraken-like creature attacked you all.
I forgot about that.
Excellent. These will or will not show up next episode. Who knows when they'll show up. No reason. But I will say, last time on UniverseZero, fists flew and friendship flourished as Dart, our froggy friend, flipped the script with the force of friendship, fueling Johnny's entry into a fiery fight against the ruthless returning warrior Ramune Paw. Meanwhile, the ever enigmatic mystic in the making Marvin noticed something not so normal, as the Sluggalo gang's sly stares spelled suspicion before the first swing was even thrown. In the ring, Johnny juggled justice and jawbreakers while Dart and Jorgen Rowe, the podcasting trollman, became fast friends over combat commentary worthy of these crooked critics. But just when the crowd counted Johnny out, bam! Against all odds, our hero rocketed a rare victory with a decisive rock, paper, scissors. Suddenly, the chaos cracked like cosmic thunder. Gangs growled, bottles broke, and bar stools became ballistic. With the Sluggalos and Rotten Core gang roaring in rebellion, our heroes dove, dashed, and ducked through the mayhem to safety as our brave little baddies ran all the way home. Will our heroes be able to lay low, or will they be laid out when Cosmic or Dougal blow their houses in, this time on UniverseZero. We join our adventurers at the apartment of Marvin. You've made it all the way back to your little one-bedroom studio apartment. What is the state of our adventurers? How are you feeling?
Say, Marvin, do you have an ice pack or something I can put on my ankles? That thing we had to run past, I think it got me.
Oh yeah, that happens sometimes, man. He's a little feisty guy, isn't he? I've been telling a neighbor for years that he needs to put him on like a leash or something by, people and their pets, right? When you're asking for ice, you mean like frozen water, right?
Anything that'll help with inflammation.
Johnny will butt in.
probably-
Yeah. Do you have a razor or something? I need a shave where it bit me. I gotta get my hair out of the way to clean it properly.
Oh, well,
He kind of looks at himself, being pretty much hairless other than the toupee on his head. Actually being hairless other than the toupee on his head.
yeah, guys, I think you might want to knock on the neighbor's door. She's a little bit of a hoot, but she'll help you out, man. I got batteries if you'd like to have some of those.
I don't think batteries make for the best first aid.
He's
Yeah,
gonna he's gonna walk into the kitchen and open up one of the drawers and pop a battery in his mouth.
I don't know, man. They do pretty good for me.
Johnny, or not Johnny. Johnny is talking. Marvin, you mind? I'm all sweaty. Can I use your bathroom for a minute? I gotta freshen up. I'm kind of stinky.
Oh, yeah, man. My apartment's your apartment.
He'll go into the bathroom and you hear like the faucet turn on, and he's gonna get like a towel. If you have hand towels, he's gonna look through cabinets, like in your bathroom for a hand towel or something. Or I guess in this point, since you don't have any, he'll just splash water on himself and use his shirt and wring it out to like clean off some of the bruises and a little bit of bloodied condition he's in.
Well, I think what he would notice too is that going in there, like, the bathroom is relatively unused.
It still has the new apartment smell.
Yeah, in the bathroom only though.
Yeah. Whoa. Marvin, you keep a really clean bathroom, man. A little dusty.
Oh, I mean, when you don't need it, you don't need it, right?
While he's doing that, there's a couple minutes where it's just going to be the two of you. You're free, obviously, to talk about whatever you'd like to talk about.
Marvin, how long have you known Johnny?
He's gonna lift up his four-fingered hand. You're gonna start counting on the fingers a couple times. He goes through it.
About 14 months.
Very precise. We started working together about 3 years ago.
Hey, you like working with the man?
Johnny's a great, what's he do? Car painter.
Yes.
Wait,
When-
is he a car
when we
painter
decided
or a
to go-
carpenter?
Cars and vehicles.
I mean, it sounds a lot like you meant to say carpenter.
Car painter.
You can hear from the
Yeah.
bathroom.
La 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 la, cleaning my toes between each one. 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits clean. These little piggies go wee wee wee.
Does he always do that, man?
Well, he's never washed his feet around me, so 1 for 1. That would be every time.
Wait, you've known him for 3 years? He's never washed his feet around you?
We're not those kind of friends.
What do you mean, man?
And he's got like a real blank expression. You can see that like there's something off with his eyes. Like one of the contacts is kind of drifted a little bit. Like You know what I mean? So he's got a little bit of like one eye is fully set and the other one kind of looks like it's lazy eyeing off a bit. But he's looking you directly, like real. Like, what do you mean? I don't get it.
Oh, never mind that. I was wondering, how'd you make that couch disappear when we were trying to make it in the kitchen?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I just touched it, man. I think you guys weren't touching it right.
I was trying to lift it and twist it, but it wouldn't budge.
I saw. I think the better question is, why couldn't you and Johnny lift it?
It wouldn't move at all. No matter how much we put behind it.
Well, I mean, how long you been working out, man?
Yeah, how long have you been working out, man?
I've always worked out. I've moved lots of couches.
you would notice there's no couch in here. There's just piles of wigs.
Look, I'm on the couch right now. Oh. Where do you lounge here?
Right there, man.
And he points over to a pile of wigs. You see like a mattress kind of sticking out from underneath it.
Oh. This is a lot of hair.
Well, you know, as someone who doesn't have any hair, I find it really interesting that, like, people like, I mean, you see Johnny, he's like covered in the stuff. Like, how do you move about? You know, so sometimes what I like to do, and he kind of like eases his way over to the like one of the piles of wigs, and he just trust falls back into it. I have to lay around into it, and he kind of wiggles around a bit. It's just interesting to think about. Could you imagine being covered in this stuff, man?
That is an excellent time for Johnny to come out of the bathroom, his shirt wrapped up over his head to keep the hair on his head in. For the people who can smell, it definitely smells like wet llama. But for those who can't,
Relatable.
all the better.
Relatable.
And Johnny will come out and just be like, "Wow, Marvin, your bathroom is so clean. I'm really surprised you didn't have any towels, so I used my shirt. But I just want to thank you guys for coming to my fight and helping me get out of there. That was hectic. I don't know what we're gonna do next." He sits down, buy some wigs, I guess, or he'll lean against a counter since there's no place to actually sit down as he watches you make a hair angel on the floor. Marvin,
exactly what Marvin's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, just feel free to sit wherever you want. Yeah, I don't use that bathroom often because, you know, I'm only here for a couple hours before I go to my next shift.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Man, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I've been just it's been a wild few months. I've been saving for so many months, and I thought tonight was gonna be like a sure thing, but I wasn't supposed to win. I was supposed to go down to Ramune in the third fight, but I just couldn't do it. I saw an opening, and I've been studying, since a Yukon's VHS for so long. I just knew I could do it. I knew I could, use rock, paper, scissors against him.
Yeah, man. Wait, I mean, it sounds like... Did you bet against yourself?
I guess. I mean, I agreed with Cosmic that I would, take a dive during the fight, but it didn't sit right with me. I needed to win. Dart, you know what that feels like. You know what that feels like, the need to, in combat, when we spar, you never fake it. You always give it your all.
You never hold back. That's why I knew you were going to win.
Thanks, Dart.
I saw Ramune pulling his punches, and I saw you giving it your all. I knew you would win, Johnny Norman Llama Man.
Thanks, Dart. Dart, what is your last name?
Dart of Dugan.
Dart of Dugan.
That's going in the notes as well.
Dart of Dugan.
Do you spell it Dougan?
I meant to say Bogan.
Bogan. Dart of Bogan. Yeah. I mean, I guess I should tell you why I've been trying to save so much money and win these fights, but man, I'm going to have to pay so much back. Cosmic had so much money betting on me. I can't even imagine how much he's going to want. See, Dart, Marvin, I've been saving money because you know next year's the Battle Under the Sky tournament. You know where
I've never
all
been
the fighters.
any of the tournaments.
Wait,
Isn't Marvin's pulled a bunch of wigs now? Like he spread them out and he's kind of pulled them in over himself like a blanket.
Wait, isn't every battle under the sky?
Yeah, but once every 5 years, there's a tournament under the sky fight that all the world's best fighters compete in. And I thought that, next year would be my chance. 10 years ago, when I was just a wee little llama lad, my dad and I went to a tournament to see my second removed cousin fight, Zhou Ob, spelled X-O-O-B. Zhou Ob. Oh, man, I've never seen my dad so proud in all of his life. He was smiling and shouting, Zhou Ob, Zhou Ob. Someone from our family finally was doing something great. And that, I think, was the day I knew I wanted to compete in one of these fights too. Because my dad, he's worked for us, me and my 3 siblings every day of his life and comes home and does what he can, but I've never seen him so happy that day. And I think now, next year is my chance, and I was going to use all the money I've been saving to travel the world and learn from the best martial artists in a year to compete in this tournament and attempt to win.
Whoa, man. That's some heavy stuff.
I know, but I think this is one step towards it. If I can only deal with this rotten core gang and, make that last little bit of money I need to leave. I already have my apartment subleased out. I've been sleeping at the mechanic shop in the back.
That's what that smell is.
Yeah. That's why that's why the rags smell like me in the morning.
Man, Johnny, I've known you for 14 months and you didn't say anything, man. I'm never here. You could have stayed here.
Oh, man. Marvin, that would be great. You have such a great bathroom. I haven't had a decent shower in such a long time. I've been down at the sports center taking baths in the morning just to save what little bit I can. I only need another 500,000 Zebs and I'll be set.
That's a lot of Zebs, man.
Yeah. I mean, but to travel the world and make sure I can pay all the martial art masters to at least give me one solid lesson. It's going to take a lot of money. I might be overestimating, but I think, that's the last little bit I need. I was going to win it tonight if I had just taken a dive.
So, we're going to win all of it or just some of it?
If I had lost, I would have won all of it.
Marvin sits straight up and just looks at him for a minute, and you see the contact just drifts a little bit more. It almost looks like his eye is drifting off to the side.
Johnny, there's a lot of things wrong with me, and I know that, and
The eye is still drifting.
I'm abundantly aware of that. And in a moment of clarity right now, I'm going to tell you, I'm glad that you followed your heart. But goddamn, that was a stupid decision.
And he's gonna grab his contact and shift it back over.
And he'll just be like, well, I know when you have a dream, you have to go for it, right, guys? Like, Dart, Marvin, haven't you ever had a dream that you wanted to achieve? Something so grand that you knew would make you complete. And that's where we'll cut over to a different scene, where we'll give you plenty of time to decide, finalize any dreams that you have. But we're going to go over to the Tri-Field Park. This is a sports complex that has 3 baseball fields and 3 soccer fields. And late at night, this is where the Rotten Core gang congregate and drink their beers and lick their wounds after a fight. Cosmic, Wakizashi, and Chop are all there, amongst some other thugs that are part of the group that were at the Neon Dragon earlier in the night, who some of them got their butts handed to them, but they were all able to make it out. I'll be playing Cosmic Crisp. We have Josh, you're going to pilot Chop, and Jacob, you're going to pilot Wakizashi as they all stand there around their motorcycles, sipping on some beers that they got at a local slug mart. Might not have paid for it, as they, listen to some tunes on their radios. Cosmic will just start off and like, yeah, guys, I think tonight didn't go so well. I think we could have done better. Man, Chop, I can't believe that you were able to knock over Dougal with that big belly of yours. I saw him bounce quite boisterously off of it. That was great teamwork. I trip him, you bounce him.
I'm working on the sound effect it makes. Dong.
I like it. I like it a lot. As he holds a beer up to his head where he has a bruise festering.
I'm gonna cheers his cup, even though it's on his, well, not I. I'm going to pilot Chop.
Pilot Chop.
Cheers the cup that's on his forehead, so it just hits him, obviously.
Yeah. Chop, buddy, pal. Yeah. Yep, that was a good one. Man, Wakizashi, I can't believe what you did. That was wild.
Yes.
I know, so many words. Geez, and the thing that you did with that other thing, I don't think we'll ever see that again,
He
right?
narrows his eyes. Yeah. he narrows his eyes. No.
Ooh, boys, at least Granny hasn't heard of this yet. We got a couple hours before she's gonna really be on our tails. We better get that money as quick as possible.
So was that nightclub owned by Granny Smith?
No, it was owned by Sluggalos.
Okay, it was owned by Sluggalos.
Yeah. Granny Smith is our boss.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
For context, Johnny took enforcement money, like 20 grand, and used it to bet because he thought it was a sure thing that Johnny was going to lose because Johnny's not that good. But somehow, Dougal subverted it so that they didn't have to pay out.
Cosmic.
Yeah.
Did
Wakizashi.
you notice Ramune pulling his punches?
You know what? He was, I was a little occupied sending some hand gestures at Dougal, but yeah, it did seem kind of odd that he didn't take out Johnny so
You
quickly.
mean flirting, and yes.
Hey, we might have danced a Twinkle Toes or two, but there's something up with that little Slug Mart clerk who is throwing cards all around, and he picks up a card and he's looking at it. I don't know what this does, but that little fella's got some kind of touch, and I gotta make sure we square this up with him later too.
Wakizashi just, he's I don't know if that's picking up. He's humming. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then Chop, buddy. Who was that other guy that was with him? Who's that? The little froggy guy. Did you catch his name?
The frog was Dart. Just a pipsqueak, nothing to worry about. He did have a pretty solid glass punch to Dougal, so I like the little guy.
Yeah, he did help even the playing fields a little bit. Maybe we can give him an invite later. He seems like a prospect for us. Maybe he'll be a nice little replacement for some of these chuckleheads over here. As he looks towards the group, and as he's looking towards the group, you all can see a limousine kicking up dust, just driving across the fields towards you. And someone turns off the music, and other people are hiding the beers. As you know, this limousine, it has a gilded. Mom's home. A gilded apple on the front. It says rotten. It's like RTN, rotten. And then the number 2.
Your license
And then
plate.
like core. Yeah, so rotten to the core. License plate. And you know who this is. No one no one wants to see this happen. You thought you had more time. It's Granny Smith. It's the leader of the group. She's like a 80-year-old ex, starlet. She married into a mob family and kind of took it over the course of her, her run. You know that she's the literal grandma of Cosmic, besides just being called Granny Smith. And she doesn't go anywhere without her right-hand man, her number 2, Malicious Delicious bodyguard. And that's his name, Malicious Delicious. Who is bald and makes sure his head is waxed like a good apple. But is definitely someone that you do not want to tango with. Carries a katana with him everywhere that he goes, and does a lot more of like the weapons dealing and smuggling of the Rotten Core gang. They're several steps up from where you're at. Everyone's street thugs. They're the upper echelons, and there's only one reason that they're coming out, and it happens to be just because you're friends with Johnny.
Speaking of being replaced.
So the limo will pull sideways amongst all of you, and Malicious Delicious will step out of the driver's seat and just look you all down, mean mugging everyone. Again, people hiding beers, music being turned off, people straightening up what little kind of uniform-ish everyone has. As Granny will appear, like she slowly rises out of the sunroof.
What a G.
And you see that she has like a purple permed hair with a headband that keeps it back. She still wears plenty of makeup to show that has some youthful quality to her. Fabulous clothes, but these broad shoulder bands to help, or not shoulder bands, shoulder pads to give her a more powerful appearance for her only being 4'11". As she stands up and is just,
You all have fucked up. I don't know who decided that was a good idea, but I have my suspicions.
As she looks down at the three of you.
From now on, nothing you little rotten seeds do is going past Malicious Delicious. You have an idea? You give it to Malicious. You want to run a new scam or anything? Malicious is the one who's going to dictate it to you. I don't want to hear you doing anything outside what we tell you and the bushel says for you to do. You all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So from now on, any of the funny running, the weapons running, or the scams, Malicious Delicious is head of operations. And if you don't meet his quotas or if you step out of line, you're gonna be answering to him.
And some people shiver. Because he just stands there like mean mugging everybody. He'll point to Cosmic and be like,
Cosmic, come up here. My little worms told me you tried making a little extra bushel this month outside our usual routine. You know what happens when one apple ruins the entire bunch, right? It's like, nope, I didn't tell you to talk. Just nod your head.
and Cosmic will nod his head.
You smash it and throw the bunch out. But since you're my nephew, I'll give you one last chance. Give me the money you owe, and you and your buddies, it'll be fine, because this is your last fuck up you're going to be doing for us. Otherwise, you're out, you're done, you're finito. We're going to be turning you into applesauce, and we don't care if you're family or not.
As he shakes his head and he tries to step back, which Malicious Delicious will
Be like, whoa, I didn't tell you to leave yet. There's one final thing. I said we got to smash you before we throw you out.
And in a blink of an eye, he takes his sword out and cuts off Cosmic Crisp's pompadour in front of everybody.
That's rough.
Now, you can scurry on back to your little friends over there. Because if you don't get this done soon, I'm going to do 10 times worse to your little buddy Chop over there. We're going to be having a nice barbecue.
As he's like groveling and walking backwards. Like, Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And he looks at everybody and is
All right. Any of you chuckleheads got anything else to say?
looking at everyone. Do you dare say anything as Chopper Wakizashi?
I'm gonna like start and then hold it back.
Yeah, and the whole time he's slowly putting his sword back in, and when you look like you're about to start, he like stops. He knows. And then your head like goes back down, and so does the blade. Shing.
That's what I thought. You have 24 hours to get us that money, otherwise you don't want to know. We good, Granny?
We good?
All right. You all got my number? Out. Roll out.
And he'll get in the limousine. She'll lower back down into the limousine, and they'll drive off.
There's only about
there any-
15% chance that Granny Smith has legs.
A lot of people have not seen her outside of that limousine, so you are probably you have a 15%
The
chance of being
limo
right.
is her wheelchair.
I say it in character. After they're gone, I say it in character. There's only like a 1 in 10 chance. I'll take bets right now that Granny Smith has no leg.
You know what? I haven't seen her outside that limousine either, and she's my granny. I will take that bet. I mean, I probably shouldn't take that bet tonight.
Are you going to run that bet by malicious?
He like looks at you like. If you want, you can totally flick him on his bruise. That is the level of friendship that like Wakizashi and Cosmic have.
100%. 100%.
Oh yeah, just the flick, and it's like right next to his freshly cut off pompadour, that just leaves like that cylinder shape right there. We gotta find Johnny or find Ramune. Either one's gonna be giving us all money tonight because we're 20 grand short, and if we don't get it, we're screwed. No, sorry, 200.
Yeah.
Thousand
I
short.
was like 20 grand
200.
is very generous.
Well, it's not bad. 200. We're 200,000
Sorry,
short.
where did you say we're going to look for it?
We either got to get it out of Johnny, or we can find Johnny for messing up our deal. He can give us back the money we gave him up front in the first half, and we got to go find that Ramuna paw and figure out why he took a dive.
There's no way Johnny's got that kind of zeb. Let's just go straight to Ramune.
I mean, I know Johnny's been saving. He's been hiding out at that martial arts studio of his in that mechanic shop where he does the painting. Maybe we need to go visit his sensei a little. We gotta go visit his sensei and figure out where Johnny's at.
To mashed potato.
And I got bacon bits. Wait.
Chop, I know we've talked about this. Tried to do. Don't implement pork
It's so hard
products.
not to do that. I scare myself sometimes.
Everyone's gonna walk. That's when they start walking back to their bikes, and it goes back to the apartment scene where Johnny had previously asked all of you what your dreams were. So back to the apartment, sitting there. Marvin you might have a battery in your mouth. I don't know if Dart wants to ball up any frozen batteries and put them on any bruises.
I'm just going to deal with what I got. Just standing awkwardly in the center of the room, not knowing what to do physically. I do believe I still have the... I don't know what card it was. It was like the Page of Cups, I think.
Page
that
of
was thrown at me.
Swords.
Page of Swords. I'm just gonna like produce it at some point and be like, Marvin, this is. Well, I do have some questions. And I'm gonna point at your rectangular bulge. What exactly do you do with that thing?
Yeah, I've been curious too. Like, what's up with the bulge there, Marvin?
What are you guys talking about?
And I'll show you the card.
Oh,
And as I return it.
hell yeah, man. That's awesome. I lost that forever.
He takes the card back.
Yeah, man.
So he reaches in and pulls out He pulls out a little blue box, opens it up, and puts the card back in, and puts the card in there.
Yeah, man, I've been really into this thing called tarot cards.
I thought that was a root.
No, everyone confuses it with the root, but that's tarot. This is tarot.
Is that your dream, Marvin? Be the best tarot reader?
No, I just think it's kind of cool.
And he takes a card out, he opens up the box, takes a card out, just a random one. It's just like,
Cause like you take it out and it's like, look at this guy. This is 5 of coins. There ain't nothing to do with coins on this thing. It's all up to interpretation, man.
and he looks at the card and looks at Johnny.
You know, you just lost a lot of money. Maybe I would have pulled this earlier. You would have known to not pull your punches, or to pull your punches rather. Maybe we would have got that 500,000 Zeb. Kind of ironic that it's the 5 of coins, right? See? Whole thing's pretty neat.
He puts the card back.
But is that what you want to do? Is that why you're here?
Oh man, why I'm here. That's some deep shit, man. Oh. Well, you know, I have a dream. I have a couple dreams. Most nights, they're kind of wild, man. What was I talking about? Oh, I want to find myself. You know, like you're out in that cosmic void, you know, just floating about. And you lose yourself sometimes, and there's all kinds of different voices out there. They're all speaking to you in all these different words and all these different phrases and all these different tones. But what about you? Where are you in that void?
That's complete nonsense, Marvin. You're right here in front of us.
I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, but
How could you mean find yourself? You're in a pile of hair. I found you, even though you are slowly getting out of my sight.
As he's been talking, he's been sinking into the hair further. And he's almost just 2 eyes in the hair.
yeah, man, but that's like the physical representation of me. That's like the physical being. That's what you can punch. But what about the part of you that's so you that it's not you?
I think I'm starting to understand. I think I'm also on that journey, kinda. Right? I think so.
I don't know, man.
You are talking to 2 people who are like normally very childlike
Yeah.
and literal.
Well,
and your metaphysical rant is like just crickets over their head.
Man, I've been through a lot of time. I don't know if you can tell, but I've been through things and through places. And I settled here to figure out what I am, you know? There's like gaps. There's gaps in the knowledge, man.
and he's kind of like whispering a bit as he's saying it, and he's looking around.
I don't know why there's gaps in the knowledge, but there's gaps. So we gotta find who I am, why I am. But I know where I am. I'm right here in the hair.
And he pops up out of the hair.
I imagine that you'd be fully covered now, and you would look like a little like Ewok
2
almost,
giant
just
eyes.
of different patches of hair and giant eyes. Yeah.
Exactly. He's laughing about it. He's like deep belly laughing, but like a kind of like a Leo from that 70s show kind of way.
There's a quick cutscene before we go to the Dart's dream. Motorcycles are riding down the streets of K-Town towards the Shell School of Martial Arts for Yukon, where Yukon he sleeps upstairs, and a brick goes through the window, and it alerts him to being awake, and it's Cosmic Crisp and the gang being like, "Where's Johnny? Tell me where that sucker's at." As Yukon's about to interact with them and possibly deal with them. But that's where we'll cut back to the apartment where Dart, if you want, Johnny's like, "Hey, and Dart, like, what's your goal? What's your dream?"
Well, I was really starting to like the job at the mechanics. I was really enjoying working with Cotton. I had dreams of having something like that of my own, but after seeing the martial arts tournament, I didn't know people could do so many things. I want to learn all different fighting styles now. Johnny,
Yeah?
if you let me, I will train with you this year.
Yes! Two best friends on a training mission.
Did you guys just like become best friends?
I mean, we've been really good friends, but I think we're best friends now. We're gonna do so many activities together. We're gonna fight so many people, and we're gonna learn so much. Marvin, you should totally come with us on your like finding yourself. That's what you do, right? Like finding yourself. mission.
He starts like kind of scratches around a little bit in the hair.
Man, this stuff's itchy. What did you ask me?
You should come with us. Like, we're not gonna just be fighting other martial artists. We gotta fight like magicians and sorcerers and doctors of dark arts again and all kinds of people. Maybe you'll find yourself on our mission, on our road to being good martial artists.
Yeah, why not, man? What do I got going on here?
Oh, this is gonna be so much fun.
I mean, I should probably let the slug mark guys know.
Oh yeah, we should also let Cop know. Although, like I said, I don't know how much money you all have, but I'm need a little bit of money.
I don't know how much money I have either.
We can always take some from we always take some from the safe at the slug mart. I'll pay him back eventually, man.
Well, that would be theft. And as much as I'm pro underground fighting, I can't support theft.
Well, I could call in the owner. And you guys could beat him up first.
Fighting for money! I always forget that's a thing!
As you all are having a conversation of logistics of how to get money, Yukon is doing a pretty decent job at beating up a Cosmic Crisp and the gang. However, the numbers are on their side. It is not just Cosmic and Wakizashi and Chop, but like the 5 thugs that travel with them. So the sheer number of people attacking Yukon is going in their favor as they are rummaging through. They're trying to see if Johnny is hidden in the back of the dojo anywhere or up in Yukon's apartment. They're having no luck. They're throwing dresser drawers about, throwing clothes all over the place, flipping tatami mats and breaking all kinds of wooden stuff, things that hold up swords and desks and chairs. And someone's catching something on fire. They're like, "Where is Johnny? He owes us money."
And then it cuts back to Johnny in the quiet apartment smelling his armpit.
Man, Marvin, you sure you don't have any towels? Or
Whole gang is after him.
Look, man. Look around the apartment. There's hair everywhere. Just dry off with one of the wigs.
he finds like a poodle wig, and he's like, "Does this work?"
Yeah, man, why not? I mean, if I put it on, it's not like I'm gonna be able to smell it.
Oh man, that's my favorite afro.
I was thinking like similar to like Grady Smith's, but that works too. Anything, but yeah, it's just like boop 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 boop. Yeah, he's like, "Oh man." So Marvin, I know you said I could stay here, but like it's early, late. I'm pretty tired. I gotta rest up. You mind if I crash in the corner over there with the other
Yeah,
winks?
you can have the whole bathroom to yourself if you want.
Oh, that'd be great. And bathtubs are actually comfy to lay in if you have enough things to cover you. So he's gonna pile up a bunch of wigs and go to the bathroom and be like, "All right, night Marvin, night Dart. I'll see you guys in the morning. 3 best friends going on an adventure.
After Johnny's out of earshot, we should probably confront him about the ditties he sings about every situation. The toes, that was one thing. And I don't know, he sang himself out of the room. That was, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that could get a little grating after a while, couldn't it? I don't want to be like driving down the countryside hearing some kind of some kind of ditty about the countryside. I'm already in the countryside. It's like I said, I'm trying to figure out who I am, not where I am.
We're gonna search a lot of places for who you are. Maybe you'll find out you're not just one thing, but you're a lot of little things. Just like that deck of cards.
He looks at you in what to you is no change in expression. The eyes have not changed at all. But to him, it's like a
lot of little things, man. Hey, you ever seen one of these?
and he pulls out the spell book from his crotch pocket.
Some weirdo gave it to me earlier, and I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
You also have another mystic box you have not opened.
We'll get there. I know you want me to so bad, but we'll get there eventually. Anyway, I pulled out the spellbook. Like,
you ever seen one of these, man? I know you fix a lot of cars. You ever anyone ever had one of these in their car?
What are you showing me right now?
Yeah, so to describe the spellbook again, it has like dark, I believe I said dark purple, like leather like exterior, and on the inside as you flip through the pages, each one of the pages, there is a card sized, like tarot card sized section that is not drawn on, but all around it would be like on the borders of the page are different kind of characters and line work, art. It seems like some kind of words. You don't know the words or language that it's in, but yeah, you could always roll an occult roll or like history knowledge roll to try and figure out what this is.
So what do I roll for real?
I don't think I passed that roll. I think I just barely missed it.
So magic pool.
Magic pool?
Yeah, so magic pool, you can roll again now.
Nice.
It has been long enough that you could roll again for yourself. But then if you want like a history thing, it'd be like charisma based. So charisma pool.
Oh no.
I saw that roll. Oh man. So I like this too. I like that I can see your rolls now. So yeah, Dart, you do not succeed in rolling. I assumed it was magic.
Right, magic in action.
It's a fancy book, you know.
That looks like somebody made that who really cared. Maybe a religious text or a college professor. I don't.
I imagine that, and I'll let James explain like the actual understanding here. But I imagine as you're saying that, and as I'm holding the book up, and I open it, I actually open it for real for the first time in a place that I'm not distracted by everything going on.
I'm like, yeah, a book artist. Whoa, man. There's a lot of... Whoa,
He's kind of like spacing out into it a bit, you know, as he's starting to like not understand it, but something's like spinning in there, you know what I mean?
Oh, man. It's
I will say that as you look into this book for the first time in a relaxed setting, and you do get some exploding successes, I see. It does start pulling you in. Like it almost looks like every page has depth to it. It's like when you look out at the stars and you look long enough, you start actually, besides it looking two-dimensional on a sheet, like you can almost start seeing the stars layered upon each other as you're being pulled further and further in. It does feel like that there is some kind of void in the center of every page that could be filled. And as you like shuffle your tarot cards, you feel like maybe those would fit, but the ones you currently have do not fit in there. But they're the right size. I will say that. They're the right size. But this is definitely some kind of celestial spell book.
Oh man, this thing's wild.
You can do whatever you like.
I know what you want me to do, but he's not gonna do it yet. He's still putting the pieces together. Look, man, I can't meta my way through this. That would be so disgenuine to our audience if I meta my way into this. I know, you know, they know. My dog drinking water right now knows what I need to do. But Marvin, he just got to add 2 points to his smarts pool for the first time, and he's only got a 3. And his wisdom is only a 1. So I'm just gonna say right now, he's putting things together, but the actual application of those things is taking a little bit, you know?
I will say that there is like a solid minute where Dart watches Marvin like get enraptured with this book. As Dart was explaining what he saw, and then Marvin is like, whoa, staring at this book.
You can stay here too if you want, little man.
Oh wow, thanks. That would be a long walk home at this time.
and you might get bit by the. I don't know what that thing is down there. You might get bit by him again.
I'll say that this is a good point where you can either go to sleep now and we can do what an 8-hour rest looks like, or if there's anything else you want to do as you're drifting off and trying to find comfort in Marvin's tiny apartment. As you make this decision, I'll just say that over on the other side, Cosmic, Crisp, and gang have left Yukon alone at his dojo. He is bruised and beaten. Chop is also pretty messed up, but they hauled him away along with some of the thugs. Cosmic and Wakizashi are still on a rampage looking for Johnny. They have made their way over to the auto body shop that you work at. No one is currently there, but they are ransacking the place looking for Johnny. And they have found the Omni fluid, and they're also stealing that while they're there. They're like, at least we'll make something off of this. We're nothing at all. That martial art guy didn't have nothing in his dojo besides some sticks and stuff.
I can't wait.
Sparring weapons.
I can't wait for Dart and Johnny to find out about this as a player. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Again, you can start your 8-hour rest if you'd like, and then we can roll some dice and I'll tell you how that works. Or is there any final words you have before you go nighty-night at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning?
Just to try to see from your point of view, could I look at one of those cards and see what it means to me in the moment?
Yeah, man, not a problem. I got a whole other deck over here.
Thank you. So he's gonna hand you his whole deck, not even just one card. He's gonna hand you the whole deck, right? And he's gonna be like,
here's how you mix them all up. You gotta really find you gotta really let the cards talk to you. You know what I mean? You gotta look for them. But don't look too hard. You want the card to come to you, not you to the card. It's really kind of a balancing kind of act kind of situation here. And if you're not too spiritual yet, not too in tune with that kind of realm, it might just feel like random happenstance. But I mean, you've seen it happen in person so far.
and he hands you a shuffled deck. And then he's gonna take the time to open up the other box himself while you do that.
What's Dart doing with the cards as Marvin opens?
I'm holding the whole deck. I'm not doing anything with it yet. I'm just looking at the artwork on the back of the top card. I'm just gonna look at that for a second. Enjoying the artwork.
Yeah, do you want to describe it as a...
It would be a dark blue card. It's monochromatic, all blue, dark blue to light blue, with a full moon in the center cascading out to little stars on the end.
And after taking in this design, I will turn the card over.
What card does he get?
Here we go.
What is that?
I'll flip it over for you in a second. It was reversed, which does mean stuff in tarot.
The Wheel of Fortune.
Reversed Wheel of Fortune.
I don't know what that personally means because again, I'm playing this, making it up as I go.
So, like I said, I just want to interpret this the way that Dart would. So the thing I turned over was a Wheel of Fortune, but it was facing in a way that you could read it, and it wasn't facing me. So I think you are gonna have some good luck very soon, bud.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. I'll take some good luck. You see, you've got a knack for this. You just gotta reach in, man. Oh, you wanna do it again?
That's cool. That's like I don't know, it's very poetic. I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted, and Marvin's like,
Yeah, it's because the universe is kind of like poetry.
he started to talk off into his own land.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit in the same place I've been standing all day, like just right in the middle of the apartment. No proper furniture.
Wigs
kinda
everywhere.
Sideways. Yeah.
By the way,
Well.
that is a very apt card for what is going to happen.
A reversed Wheel of Fortune.
Of course. Yeah,
Dude,
of course.
it's been
Yeah,
great.
reverse
I'm
wheel.
really enjoying running tarot in this because it's been really wild how often it's been coincidentally mirroring our campaign so far.
But then Dart's just going to collapse on the floor.
Yeah.
Is that where it was going?
Yeah.
Yeah. As Dart and Johnny are now asleep, Marvin is alone with his box that he has that he's opening, and inside you would see another set of cards. This one being
Mm-hmm.
similar to the design that you have, but the cards are all black with silver ink on them, which in this one would just be like the embodiment of the cosmos on the back.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
however you want to picture that.
Yeah, I imagine that it's kind of, if it's the embodiment of the cosmos, I imagine it's kind of different for everyone, you know?
Wouldn't it just be Neil deGrasse Tyson?
Exactly. That's all I see is I just see Neil
a
deGrasse
thumbs up.
Tyson, you know, giving me a goofy thumbs up, you know, but like AI generated Neil deGrasse Tyson, you know what I mean? With like the kind of like a goofier nose and everything, you know?
Oh yeah.
That's, yeah, eating spaghetti
spaghetti.
all day long. He never stops.
So Marvin is laying on his bed, shuffling the cards, thinking about whatever you're thinking about. You can let us know. But here, that's the scene. That's where we're at.
Seeing the abyss, you know, that is the universe, the cosmos, in the back of this card freaks him out a little bit, man. He's getting flashbacks to memories he didn't know he still had of the egregore, you know, hearing the voices, all the background, like all the different, his name just in different tones everywhere, and different pieces of conversation. Maybe someone's getting yelled at by their parents, another person's having wild sex, and then another one is praying to God, you know, just all kinds of stuff everywhere. And maybe a little bit of Johnny, you know, telling Yukon that he's not going to do anything bad. He's not going to go do anything illegal. You know, he's all above board. Maybe here's Yukon telling Dart, keep an eye on Johnny. And then maybe he hears the voice of RD34, that blessed teacher bot, telling him to pay attention as he changes the curriculum movie for Marvin. But then I pulled, ironically, I pulled family.
We'll call it the settlement card, like colonial settlement. Yeah.
That's not too far from the actual reading.
So, what does this card mean to Marvin?
To him, he gets a very strong sense of belonging. He gets a very strong sense of having discovered something he didn't know he was missing because he's never had it before. You know, Nolians, they don't reproduce in the ways that, as we covered, in the same ways as other species do, where they have these like strong family dynamics. For the Nolians, it's very like all their kids are, you know, they're genetically modified, you know, through test tubes and stuff. So it's like you kind of like, you're reproducing because we have to keep the race going, not because we want families. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
He's never had a family, and he's getting this very strong, like this bond, this kinship feeling that he doesn't fully understand.
That's good. That's a good pull.
You know, sometimes the universe works in some wild and mysterious ways, and I think we're learning that in this session. You know, everyone.
Yeah.
If I can learn you one thing, don't listen to people online. Do whatever the fuck you want. Why am I teaching you something? I'm not qualified. Stop it.
I think with that is an excellent time for Marvin to let his eyes take out his contacts and let his eyes rest for the night as everyone falls asleep wherever they lay. And I think that where this episode will end is as you fall asleep, you just have dreams of like, it shifts from family to hearing the crackling sound of fire, and you see the little sprites of embers in the night sky. And as your vision focuses down, the fire is getting bigger and bigger as it feels like you're almost out of body standing in a street, you know, 100 feet outside of this building you've seen thousands of times before, as the roaring of fire just goes into the silence of night. And
Wild.
that's it. That's where we'll end it. But next time on UniverseZero, will the party actually ever leave Marvin's apartment? Will Marvin pull more cards from his mystic deck? how do healing rolls work,
How
and
do.
much more. How do healing rolls work, and much more. Next time on UniverseZero.